That's what this one is for.
We're getting ourselves together so we can get ready to go live with you all. Felicia just getting herself together. Hey, everybody. So we are live streaming from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Waiting for Felicia to log on now, everybody.
See the angle on it?
All right. You're able to log in. We're not able to log in. We can just go in. There we go.
Is it better? Can you see both of y'all?
Can y'all see Felicia good? All right, everybody.
No. You need to read this song?
We live, so let's just go.
You need to read this song?
Okay, so tonight, the topic that we're going to talk about is narcissists. Have you ever been in a relationship or been with a narcissist before? I'm not giving any advice tonight. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a therapist. We only give an opinions and personal experience we have been in. So tonight, the host that I have is Felicia Washington. Thank you. And we're going to put her in the hot seat. We're going to ask her all the questions because she has really good experience regarding this. So first, I want to welcome everybody tonight to our podcast. This is episode 3. I am Jennifer Steele. This is Felicia Washington. We are glad for all you all that's logging on. You all could have been anywhere else, but you all decided to log on and chill with us. So first and foremost, thank you all for joining us tonight. We're going to go right into it. So Felicia, my first question to you is, have you ever been with a narcissist before?
Yes, definitely that.
You have. And being with a narcissist, can you tell us some of the traits that narcissists had that you didn't know at first, but over the time you end up realizing the signs, and what did you do about it?
Well, it took years to identify. Narcissists, you can mistake them as just a person that's just a control freak. They display such horrible traits. I describe them as fallen angels.
Okay.
I definitely describe them as fallen angels. They lack empathy, sympathy, and disregard to anybody's feelings.
Okay. Oh, wow. That was good. So I guess I want to ask you, can a narcissist really love? Like, can you really be in love with a narcissist?
Yes, you can. You can definitely be in love with a narcissist because they don't come as themselves. They come with a representative. They can betray you. They're very manipulative. They will definitely bring their best qualities, which is all an act, actually. So, yeah.
Okay. So, what I have about a narcissist is a narcissist behavior involves dominance, hostility, and arrogance. It says their leadership style turns destructive when it is driven by the person's need for power and admiration and approval from others. However, healthy narcissistic behavior may also make good leadership qualities. So can you agree to that? Have you ever had, when you was with the narcissist, did you see great leadership qualities about them? Like, what made them stick out than others?
Definitely good leadership qualities. They're actually very smart. They're very smart. If you notice, a lot of narcissists exist in politics.
Leadership, yeah, I read that.
So for the most part, they're very smart. They know how to operate. They know how to be manipulative. And could you just imagine like your boss being a narcissist? Mm-hmm. Probably make the best boss because they're going to keep things together the way they want it going.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they definitely have leadership.
Okay.
They just use they they smarts in the wrong way.
Now, if you had to do it all over again, would you date a narcissist?
No.
Why?
Because I want to remain sane. I want to be crazy.
So I heard that narcissists are unable to handle criticism. So dealing with a narcissist, I heard that everything is about them. They are the center of attention. Everything revolves around them. Do you think how true do you think that is?
That's very, very true. They have a grandiose type demeanor. They want to be the center of attention. They like admiration. They want everybody to like them,
Mm-hmm.
look up to them, admire them. If you do not do those things,
Mm-hmm.
it's two things. They're either not going to deal with you because they can't control you,
Mm-hmm.
or they're going to work hard to break you down.
Okay.
Either way.
Now, I heard that narcissists are like the number one cheaters. And I also heard that narcissists and gaslighters are somewhat of the same.
They are the same.
Okay. So I'm going to read something about narcissists that cheat. It says chronic infidelity is common with narcissists and gaslighters. Gaslighters and narcissists are chronic cheaters. It doesn't matter how good of a partner you are or how much of your life you devoted to them, because they demanded it and they will always cheat. Now, have you ever felt like you was number one?
They can make you feel like that. They're manipulative.
Mm-hmm.
But in all honesty, how do you expect someone who don't truly know how to love you?
From my understanding, what I learned that narcissists, they cheat, but the older that they get, it goes away. It doesn't stay there. So it's about if you're willing to stay there till they get older and it finally dies down. What you think about that?
I don't think it never dies down, because if it's definitely all to do with the personality, and hey, you can be diagnosed with it. So I don't think it ever actually stops.
Okay.
They just do it in a different way.
Okay. I get it. That sounds pretty.
Oh, and I'm not waiting.
You're not waiting? Because
No.
they said if you wait, they will eventually stop.
Who gonna wait?
It might not happen until they get older. You don't.
I mean, if you're sticking around and waiting, they win.
Yeah, they do.
They win.
They do. There was one thing. Okay, so 10 signs. There's a thing called covert narcissism. And 10 signs or 10 traits of that is sensitivity to criticism, passive aggression, self-criticism, shyness, fantasies, other mental health issues, long-held grudges, envy, feelings of inadequacy, false empathy, and takeaway. Now, was there ever a time that you was dealing with your relationship that you felt like that person was envious of you, or that person really wasn't for you? Sometimes it made you feel like they was there for you, but other times you feel like that they might have been envious of you, because that happens a lot with narcissist relationships, is what I heard.
Well, that is true, and that's all part of the way they gain control over you, your thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
and your mind.
Mm-hmm.
1 minute they're all for you, show you all the love that you need and want, and then within a split of a second, they're totally the opposite. They're downing you, trying to break you down. So you stay confused.
Right.
You know, so I would say, yes, I've dealt with a person that 1 minute you feel like they're there, next minute the same reason why they are attracted to you is the same reason why they don't like you.
Yes.
So
It
can be confusing.
So in that, how can you go on with your day lives in dealing with a situation like that? Because if I was in a situation like that, I would either go crazy, I would become bipolar, I would develop some type of mental illness because I couldn't handle it. I would be thinking I'm crazy every day because this person got me thinking that it's my fault.
That's the agenda.
Have any of you ever dealt with a narcissist? Hey, everybody that's joined in, I appreciate you all. Thanks. So I'm gonna tell you, what was one big lesson that you learned from being in a narcissist relationship?
The biggest lesson I learned is if you know who you are, you will not accept anything less than what you want. If you are a weak individual, you will let somebody run over you,
Mm-hmm.
and you will lose yourself within that. And once you are destroyed, they ain't gonna no longer want you. They're
Right.
going on to the next person that they can break down.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing to them.
So another thing that I learned, I think her name was Dr. Ramona De Silva. She said that a narcissist, they never learn from their mistakes. Has it ever been a point in time that you ever got a sorry, or I apologize, or I shouldn't have did this, or
Girl, listen. Let me tell you something. A narcissist, the key thing is for them is to maintain control.
Mhm.
So if they do something and you act out of character instead of just letting it ride, and you act and say, you know what, I'm done with this,
Mhm.
their job in their head is to wheel you back in.
Mhm.
They might make promises to you. They'll say, oh, let's go on a vacation. Let's get married. Let's have a baby.
Okay.
Just to keep you. They don't really want all that.
That's not what they want. That's crazy.
No, they know that's what you want to hear. To get you back in the realm of things
Mhm.
and waiting and willing to see if you're going to get all this stuff that they promised.
Mhm. Now, what if they get in there and truly do go all the way with you? Really do want a baby, really do want to get married, really do want to get in the house.
Do you understand? At the end of the day, they're going to blame you for forcing them to do these things.
Now, that's some crazy. I mean, please forgive me. I'm not going to say nothing about being crazy because
At this point, you made us have a baby in this messed up relationship.
yeah. That means that no matter what happens, they're going to figure out a way to blame it on you.
They're going to be the victim
Mm-hmm.
at all times.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Period. Now, could you live your life like that? Everything you do.
Mm-hmm.
If you lose your keys,
Mm-hmm.
babe, can you help me find them? Oh, you can't keep up with nothing.
That's just crazy. So now you're incompetent because you can't
incompetent.
get your keys.
And you are holding them back from being great.
Okay. So now this is a question that I wanted to ask, and this goes with love and a narcissist. So being with a narcissist can ruin your whole life, don't you think?
It will. If you get caught up in their web, you will no longer focus on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be trying to figure out, am I losing it?
Mm-hmm.
Or are they losing it? So now you done lost yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And now by you losing yourself, they can use that. Like, do you even know what you want out of life?
Mm-hmm.
They will straight up kill your character.
So how do you get out of that? If you're in a situation with a narcissist, it sounds like you spend years and years in it and never come out of it. So how do you get out of it?
You can't. You definitely can't. You can't.
Mm-hmm. You can't what?
It's your phone.
No, it's that, but it's kind of delayed. So how do you get out of it with being with a narcissist?
You have to learn who you are, stand for what you are. And you got to understand you will never defeat a narcissist because they're never the problem. You're trying to rationalize with an irrational person. How do you do that? You're going to drive yourself crazy.
Now, I listened to a lady. Her name is Dr. Ramona, and she's a psychologist. And she also said that when she counsel narcissists, she cannot counsel a narcissist if they don't admit that they are. So she said if a person doesn't say, I'm a narcissist, she can't tell them that they're a narcissist. She said because the way that their mind thinks, they will be going off on each other. They'll be going off on each other. But she said once they admit that they are a narcissist, then she can start the process to try to help. So the next question that I want to ask you is
Go ahead.
okay. It is, I'm trying to get to it. What did I want to ask you about the narcissist? Oh, what are their personality like? when you was in it and everything was so good at first, what was the personality like?
Beautiful. They're gonna treat you like you're the first person I've ever fell in love with. It's gonna be beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So that when they do flip the script, it's gonna shock you. Matter of fact, you're gonna make an excuse for them. Oh, they having a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
Something must be wrong. Eventually it starts to turn for the worse. They learn you.
Mm-hmm.
That's their
Because
job.
like you would think that if they are that bad, you would think that they would give you some type of signs ahead of time, to show that that's who they are. You never saw any kind of sign.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Not in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning, they are going to be the best supportive partner you've ever met.
That is so crazy.
Because they have to learn you. They need to learn your weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why they're attracted to you because you're strong.
Mm-hmm.
They need to see what all you do.
Mm-hmm. Now, remember, you all, this goes for coworkers too. It's not just a relationship. It's not just a partner. It can be a family member. It can be coworkers, people that you're around. There is no specific person that this goes for. But most of the percentage of narcissists is in men. But there are a lot of women that are narcissists too. But the biggest percentage is in men. So if you had to do it all over again, or could I say, do you think that a person can help? You know how some people say, I'm gonna help you go get help. I'm gonna take you to a psychiatrist, get this help for you so you can be better. Can you help a narcissist? Because what I read, and so far everybody that has told me their comments, there's no helping a narcissist.
No. First of all, what makes you think they're going? By the time you talk to them about going to therapy, they're going to be telling you you're the one who needs to go to therapy.
You're the problem.
I'm fine.
And it's your problem.
Yeah, you the issue, not me.
Then I heard that they hold grudges. So has it ever been a part that they had held grudges? And if so, how did you handle that, holding grudges? It's so many different things that they do. So I'm really wondering, how do you handle the certain things that they do to you? So when they hold grudges, how do you handle that? What kind of grudge did you ever have to go through that you had to overcome?
You gotta understand, they're gonna pinpoint all your mess ups or your mistakes. You're the worst person in the world. Then if you sit there and say, well, you can't say nothing to me because you did this, this, and this, and then they're gonna say you childish.
Mm-hmm.
You bringing up old stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But they gonna pick out everything you've done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to tell you, it's never their fault. You're trying to rationalize with an irrational person who is also a fallen angel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're very smart, very manipulative. You just got to be strong and know who you are, and you can't argue with them. You drive yourself crazy.
Okay,
you're not gonna win that argument.
So, do a lot of abusive relationships come from narcissist people? It says, are they abusive? Like, it's so many different ways that when you say abusive, it can be mentally, especially mental. I really think that narcissists will really get in your head mental wise.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
You get the mind, the body will follow.
And that's funny you said that they would say that they want to do something and then not, because I read something that says they'll lie about being open to anything.
And they not.
And then when that thing happens, they really don't want to have nothing to do with that.
Yeah. That's that.
And I heard that, okay, so they lack empathy. They're very competitive. But they try to do mentoring things, but I heard that they're not good with mentoring. So
you gotta understand, they might feel bad for you 1 second, and try to help you. After a while of you for help, they'll start saying, you know what, you just want attention. That niceness, that sympathy. Only gonna last for a hot second.
Okay.
Before they turn themselves into a victim.
Okay.
Now you're trying to play on my feelings with all this talking about you hurt. I'm not stupid. I know there ain't nothing wrong with you.
Right.
You know, they're gonna constantly be the victim of everything.
Got you. Got you.
You can't fight. They see you playing victim. You might be getting too much attention
Hmm.
that they want.
So what about a marriage? What about being in a marriage with a narcissist? How do you think that a marriage, how that would have, what kind of, can you bring a child into the world with a narcissist? Like, how does that work for the child?
They're gonna be hard on that child because they want that child to be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
That child better shine or they're gonna die.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, do you think being a narcissist, do you think that that's something that you can grow up, like you can be born into that? Or is that something that like happens while you're going through something in life? Because I heard a lot of kids that was like had a silver spoon, was given everything. I heard a lot of them become narcissists when they grow up. So what do you think about that?
I think some of it's genetics.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is a form of a mental disorder.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they grow out of it
Okay.
at
Okay.
all.
Wow. Okay.
I don't think they grow out of it. I mean, have you ever encountered a narcissist face to face and tried to have a conversation with them?
Mm-hmm.
And how did that work out?
Why is my daughter on here telling us, hey, mommy, hey, auntie,
Aw,
hey,
baby.
Yasmin. Okay, so I'm going to go with this. What's the difference between an arrogant person and a narcissist? It sounds like they're the same thing. It sounds like you're describing the same person, no different.
No, you're not. Arrogancy.
Mm-hmm.
A narcissist can be arrogant, but an arrogant person is just arrogant.
Okay.
They think, okay, I think this about myself. I can't be touched. But at the same time, do they lack empathy for other people?
Mm-hmm.
Are they always trying to tear you down?
Mm-hmm.
Or are they just arrogant?
Okay. Because a lot of people say that people that is just so over themselves or think that it's always about them, or a lot of people put a lot of alpha males as narcissists too. I've heard a lot
What
of
I
that.
will say, I need people to stop saying every time somebody just be acting out that they narcissist.
Uh-huh.
That is not true. Everybody is not a narcissist.
Okay.
You will be able to tell the difference with a narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
Because they will manipulate, make you feel like they are just, and when you don't give them that attention that they want, they take that attention and take that control and watch them act out.
Mm. Now, do you think that they sometimes they become that or they go through that because they feeling like some type of emptiness? Or do you think that they're going through some type of depression or anxiety? Or do you think it's some type of chemical imbalance? Like, is something there that makes a person be the way that they are like that?
I think it's definitely a chemical imbalance, and you got to understand why they can't be faithful.
Mm-hmm.
They have a need to be admired by many.
Yes, they do. They have to always be
once
admired.
they get you to admire them, they've accomplished something. Now they need to go get somebody else to admire them too.
Mm-hmm.
The more, the better.
Mm-hmm. That is true. That is true. Well, you have hit some key points, and I like it. So, another thing. So, when people say, "Oh, I'm conceited," are they conceited? Is that another form of narcissist? It's so many different forms that can tap back into a narcissist. That how do you really decipher what's what? Like how? And I also heard that as long as you got 5 out of the 9 traits, you are a narcissist. If you got at least 5 out of those 9 traits, you are considered a narcissist. And again, for anybody else that's joining in, we are just giving our input and opinions. We are not doctors. We are not therapists. We are not psychologists. We are not advocates. We are literally talking about our experience and what we have been through with dealing with the narcissist. I don't want you all to take this as we're giving advice, because I don't even know what goes on in my own life half of the time, let alone give you all advice. That's not what's going on. Please don't take this as advice. We are just giving you our opinions and our experience of what we have been through. Now, if any of you have been with the narcissist, please let us know what was your experience or how have you handled it, because a lot of people's life has gotten ruined because of that. And what I mean by that is a lot of people has put in a lot of time and effort with a narcissist and thought that they would change. You know how we always think that somebody would change. Let's just give them a little bit more time. Let's just hang in there. Hey, everybody that's joining in from Instagram, thank you. I appreciate it. We always want to hang in there a little longer because we don't want to give up because we see some type of potential in a person. So we think that, that time is coming where they're going to change. But sad to say, I've heard when it comes with the narcissist, they do not change. It does not get better. I've read so many articles with different doctors that gave their terms of a narcissist. And not one of those doctors said that, it's good at the end of that tunnel. They say when they get older, it dies down. But that's about it. Other than that, it does not get better. The other person hopes to get better, but it don't. And another bad thing that is so bad about this is the person who has the condition never suffers. They never suffers. They never have a problem with who they are. It's the person that's dealing with them that goes through all the suffering, that goes through all the problems, that go through the anxiety and depression and hoping that things would change. So that's another thing that we all have to pay attention to. And it's so many signs that we get, we just don't pay attention to them or don't want to pay attention to them. So my next question that I want to go with is, when they talk about a narcissist, Felicia, they say that they are really competitive. Yes. So whatever you can do, I can do better, or I'm going to try to top you.
Oh, no. Or they going to lie and tell you that nobody liked what you did. They only like what I did. Yeah. So you can stop. Okay, you lose confidence in yourself. Yeah. They'll come back, oh, this person said this about you.
Definitely will you lose confidence in yourself if a person does. I would definitely lose confidence in myself if somebody did that to me.
They will say that person said this about you, and when you did that, they didn't like it. They liked the way I did it, though. They didn't like the way you did it, but don't go back and tell them no stuff like that because that just make you look childish. Don't tell them what I said because that just starts them. They will continue to belittle, and you can't. How do you think a narcissist is going to feel you when you're hurt? You are going to be damaged goods, and they're going to move on because there ain't no way in hell they are the problem.
Okay.
You are the problem. And when they go to their next relationship, they're going to tell the next person how you tried to, everything they did to you, and then the next relationship, you did that to them.
Oh, wow.
You're not the issue. And then the next person going to feel bad for them, and they're going to wheel them in and do the same thing.
Yep. Now, when I saw narcissism, the history of narcissism, I want to give you all. Narcissism comes from Greek mythology, where the beautiful, proud young man, Narcissus, fell in love with his own image in a pool of water. Unable to leave, he wasted away and died. Consequently, narcissism has been considered a negative trait from ancient history to modern times. So when they came up with the word narcissist, because a guy named Narcissus fell in love with his own image in a pool of water. He fell in love with his image so much that he stayed there until he died. Now that is something. What do you think about that? That's like drowning in your own tears. Like
that in a way, it almost describes a human being. You know, when you get caught up in things and you only focus on one thing, everything around you don't matter. You mess yourself up doing that. He focused on this image so much; it was so important to him. He lost his life. That's how they are. They image. You mess with their image.
Wow.
They coming for you. They want to be recognized as this outstanding individual. They're very, very competitive. Why? Because they want to be number one. They want to be praised.
Wow.
Why do you think they become leaders?
So many of them are leaders. They are leaders.
Praised.
Yeah.
To be praised. They got that go-getter attitude, which helps them excel in a lot of things. But at the same time, if you're not in a relationship with a narcissist or they don't take interest in you, you
Mhm.
might not pick up on it because they
Wow.
gonna give you that nice side.
Mm-hmm.
But if they didn't zoomed in on you,
Mm-hmm.
oh, they gonna try their bestest to get you. It's a competition with themselves.
Wow. And that's funny that you said that, because it also says that you might see them performing an act of kindness or compassion, such as giving money and food to someone,
Ooh, baby.
sleeping on the street, or offering their spare bedroom to a family member who was evicted. But they generally do these things to win the approval of others. So if they don't receive praise or admiration for their sacrifice, they may feel bitter and resentful and make remarks about people take advantage and don't appreciate them.
All day long.
That's crazy.
If they don't get that attention that they expect in return, oh, they ain't messing with you. You're not a real friend. They want it all. Gotta have it all.
See, y'all, I couldn't deal with a narcissist, because I'm going to tell y'all what's going to happen. I know this sounds bad because I'm petty. Because I know I'm petty. Whatever traits, first of all, I would go on the internet and learn the traits about them and how they act and the things that they do. And then I'll just do the same thing. So as soon as they start lacking empathy, I'll lack empathy. As soon as they want to be competitive, I'll be competitive. I'll do everything that they do, to the point that they'll probably just be like, this she crazy.
Just
like, I'm getting the hell away from her.
You all ever
So
know
that
her?
means you a narcissist.
No, I'm not a narcissist. Narcissists, they want to be the center of attention. They're self-centered. Oh my gosh, there's so many things that go with them. They're competitive. They want to be admired. Like, they want to have power. They want to be the leader. It's so many that goes with that. Like, and then you put me as an alpha female. So how can in the hell you be in a relationship with a narcissist and you're an alpha female?
Listen,
That don't even make
when you're
sense.
in a relationship, it's called compromise.
Mhm.
So even if you are an alpha female,
Why what, Red?
even if you are an alpha female, when you're in a relationship,
Mhm.
that's called compromise.
Mhm.
So you can end up with a narcissist because a narcissist bring their representative at first.
They're not who they really are.
No. The same reason why they are attracted to you is the same reason why they would want to destroy you.
Mm-hmm.
They become envious. So yeah, I mean, you can easily be with a narcissist for years and not know it.
And you will never go back to a narcissist. You will never date or talk to a narcissist.
I
What if you have a family member that's a narcissist? How would you handle that? What if I was a narcissist? How would you handle me?
How on a holiday you ask who all over there?
Yeah.
When they over there, I'm not coming.
So stupid.
Who made the macaroni?
Oh, that is so funny. So that goes back into certain relationships too. You have a lot of women that became insecure because they got in these relationships with this man, and this man has belittled them, made them feel ugly, told them, oh, you got 3 or 4 or 5, 6 kids. Nobody wants you. You better off sticking with me because don't nobody want to take care of you and your kids. You know, that sounds like that type of form. A guy that always try to make you feel down, but that's like manipulative. That's like manipulating you, right?
No, that is mine. That's the mind tricks that they use.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they have to bring you down because you're strong.
Mm-hmm.
They have to. How do you do that? And they will take you from your family.
Oh,
divide and conquer.
Yeah.
Okay, so divide and conquer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's why you have to always know your worth, and you have to love yourself. You have to love yourself more than you love anyone else. So wait a minute. So now that I think about that, is that considered a narcissist?
Yeah.
When you love yourself more than you love anybody else, that's not a narcissist, right?
You can be self-centered.
Yeah, but you have to love yourself more, because if you know your worth, you know what you don't want to deal with, you know what you don't want to tolerate, and what you don't want to get yourself into.
Mm-hmm.
So being in a relationship, you live with the man before, household before.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're dealing with something like that and you're with it every single day, like say y'all live together And every single day, this person is constantly telling you, like, oh, why you wearing that? Or why you put your makeup on? You know, how do you deal with that or have a problem with you putting your makeup on because your makeup may look better to them? Like, you know, like,
Yeah.
how can you?
Oh, they gonna tell you that it makes you look stupid so that you'll stop wearing it. It really don't make you look stupid. They just gotta make you believe it.
Mm-hmm.
And once you start believing it, you're gonna see yourself basically going down.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually you're gonna start believing it. Then the people around you gonna be, what's up with you? You change, you this, you that.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're with a narcissist, you know how they're gonna act. So eventually you're like, I'm not even gonna try to put no makeup on because I don't want to hear their mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now you looking
they're
ugly.
winning.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting what they want.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then when somebody, if you're with the narcissist, somebody say, "Hey, girl, what happened to the makeup you used to wear?"
Mm-hmm.
They'll turn around and say, "She don't even do it no more."
Ever since she got with that narcissist, y'all, she done fell off. She just ain't her same no more. You see, she looks stressed out, y'all. Have y'all seen? She look like she losing some weight too.
And the narcissist will join in, like, yeah, she is looking bad. She looking bad.
Knowing that they the reason why
Knowing
you
they the
looking bad.
But they can't make them think that they the reason. Like, I done told her a couple times to start, doing her makeup again, but she ain't even listen.
Uh-huh.
But when you get home, you don't put that makeup on. You look down. They don't know what they're talking about.
So you know what? It's true that narcissists are abusive. They are abusive.
Mentally.
Abusive don't mean that it has to be physical. It can be mental. You can be abused mentally. And that's what it sounds like. It sounds like a lot of mental abuse going on. And that's the worst thing, you all, because when someone gets a hold to your mind, they have you. They got you. That's why it's always said to protect the mind. Make sure that you control the mind. Because once the mind goes, the body will follow. And that's why you have to control your mind. Have to. Thanks, Red. You are silly, man. So I guess my next question that I wanted to ask you is, this is actually a spinoff question. This is a spinoff question. Narcissist is as narcissist does. That is Ray from the next room. So this is a spinoff question that is on a side of narcissists that I wanted to ask Felicia, because we have two different views on this. So I asked Felicia, when you are being in love, can't that ruin your life? I said yes. She said no. I said, being in love, can it ruin your life? Can you have been focusing on something, had dreams, aspirations, goals that you was trying to do, and then you turn around and you fall in love. And now that you fell in love, everything that you wanted to do or was going to do is not happening now. So it's not a form of being with someone that ruined your life. You said that doesn't mean that your life is ruined.
It doesn't. But if you're stuck in that mind frame that my life is just ruined, it's over, you're allowing yourself to be jacked up.
Mm-hmm.
If you want better, you do better. Not to say this person didn't put you in a state where you're hurt, but you got to pick yourself up. You can't cry over spilled milk. Go buy you some more.
Yeah, though, but when you meet somebody,
I'm not saying they're going to take you down through there. And you're going to blame them.
Right.
But after a while of blaming them, they're not going to accept you blaming them. They're going to be moving on with their life. They're not going to be stuck. You're going to be at home in the corner crying, and they're going to be with somebody else living life. You allowed them to ruin your life. You didn't have to stay in that corner.
So say you have, I give you this scenario. You and your guy is together, and then you end up pregnant and having a baby, but you were supposed to be on your way to college, but it didn't happen. But since you got with him, you ended up pregnant, and now you can't go pursue your dreams and better yourself because now you're pregnant. So, but if you would have never met him and fell in love with him, you would have never got pregnant. You would have been able to go to college and do the things that you were supposed to do and become what you were supposed to become. But because you met this man and you fell in love, he stopped everything. He put your life on hold and pause.
But can you say that person is totally responsible? Because at the end of the day, You know, unprotected sex can lead to a baby.
Mm-hmm.
You decided to, hey, let's go skin on skin contact.
Shut up. You want to connect.
So at that point, you made a decision. I want to take that risk. It's not just their fault at that point. And you have to learn to stop blaming people because you allowed it. You set yourself up for it. Yes, they may have slowed you down from what you wanted to do, but that doesn't mean that's the end for you.
Mm-hmm. So you telling me it's my fault that I got pregnant?
Yeah.
And I can't go to college now?
Yeah.
What kind of stuff is this? I don't believe this shit.
Because you laid down and knew the risk of having unprotected sex could lead to probably pregnancy, and you was okay with that. You was okay with that risk.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't just their fault.
Mm-hmm.
It's honestly your negligence on top of them.
What? It ain't my necklace. It takes two to tangle, y'all. It takes two to tangle,
I
y'all.
said it's not just their fault. It's your fault too. You grown and you knew that when I lay down, there's a possible risk that I can get pregnant. So
Right.
when you get pregnant, don't be over there looking like how this happened.
I'm like, how did this happen?
It's their fault. Huh?
How did this happen?
You the nurse, it's their fault.
I be like, what the fuck? Like, no, I don't. It takes two to tangle, and it wouldn't be my fault by myself that my life is put on hold. You got to remember that even when you lay down, even though we allow it, I know, but the guy can also protect himself, cover up. Hey, not gonna do this. A conversation need to go on, I guess. A conversation needs to happen.
Y'all had a conversation, but it wasn't that conversation. And y'all both said, forget that. So y'all both can't be sitting there like, oh my God, because y'all knew what the risk was. And then if you're dealing with somebody that is a narcissist, you just gave them the highway to some control. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and just get her pregnant.
Oh wait. Whoa, wait, y'all let a narcissist get you pregnant? Oh my goodness, that is just like, that's not.
You got their child. They ain't playing with you now.
That is a lot. That is a lot. I don't know. I don't even think I can deal with something like this. Okay, so let's go with this. You've been cheated on before?
Lord knows.
By a narcissist? Okay. When you cheated, the only reason I'm getting to this, y'all, is because a narcissist cheated on you, you left, but then you go back.
Okay.
Why would you go back once you see those signs? What would make you go back to a narcissist when they have showed you signs that they is just no good? What did you think in your head that made you go back and give another chance, or not, or say, let me try this one more time, or let me see how this is going to go? What was it? It was that love.
It's the hope and faith. When they should have faith in them damn selves.
Right. But what was you hoping for? What was you
They was
hoping
hoping for
to
change. They was hoping for that person they got in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But if a person knows I can go out here and do whatever it is I'm going to do to you, you're going to get mad and you're going to get over it. And the reason why I went out here is because of something you did. I wouldn't have to go out here if you didn't do that to me. That's a narcissist. It ain't their fault that they went out and cheated on you. It's you.
It's your, so it's my fault that you cheated on me.
Yes.
Because I didn't cook your food right last night.
Yes, because obviously you don't care. You don't care what I like. So I found somebody who cared about what I like.
That is so stupid, y'all. And I'm only saying that because I just couldn't deal with something like that. I would probably, if I was in a relationship with a narcissist, it'd probably be like physical abuse, because I'll probably start fighting. And I'm the type of person that would never put my hands on anyone.
Oh, and they gonna be like, I would have never hit you and you hit me. They gonna send you to jail. You definitely gonna help them be the victim. You can't feed into a narcissist and you can't argue with them.
So is that saying if you can't beat them, join them?
No.
You
don't join them. You let them know where you stand, that you're aware of their bullshit, but you're not going to argue with them. You be like, I hear what you said, and you can say whatever it is that you want to say. You're entitled to your opinion, but I'm not with it today.
I also read that a narcissist gets very angry if they tell you to do something and you don't want to follow behind them, because in their mind, they
yes.
think that they are helping you or giving you some advice that can help you. What do you think about that?
They're your parent. I said, do this.
See,
You didn't do it. Oh man, you about to be messed up. You
Mhm.
about to be messed up in life. Because that makes
That's
them
not
think like they're
cool.
not creditable, and you're not admiring them and their smarts.
Mhm.
You just insulted them.
That is terrible. That is terrible. And so now there is a
What happens?
what happens in a relationship with two narcissists?
That's a war.
That is like,
That's a war. Them the ones you see on on the TV.
they be fighting and going.
Be live, breaking news. It's gonna be breaking news.
You're not sure. What you're not sure about, Red? Have you ever dated a narcissist? Have you ever been with a narcissist before? No, you're not sure. Okay. Well, when internet, what is some of the main things that you hold on? So, what can you say to a person? Because there's some people that's dealing with a narcissist right now today. There's some people that's in that situation. There's some people that don't know how to get out of it. They don't know what step to take. What kind of can you give? Not no advice, but can you give an opinion on some of the things that enlighten you to what to do to overcome the situation that you was in?
First off, you gotta stop telling them your every move, your thoughts.
Oh, please
cannot.
stop telling them your every
You
move.
cannot. You cannot show them that something bothers you,
Yeah.
because then they know.
Mm-hmm.
So your best bet is to find your strength. I can't tell a person what to do, but find your strength and stay there.
And if they help you out with something, they're going to use it against you, because they're going to use it against you.
Find your way
Mm-hmm.
on your own. Do not allow them to do anything for you, because they helped you in a bad situation. They're not a bad person, because they wouldn't have helped you if that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
So no.
And that's sad. It's no life with that, because when you're in a relationship with a person and you go through things, you want to talk to them about the things that you're going through, or you want them to console you, or y'all talk about what's the solution to whatever your problem is, or give you some advice. So dealing with a narcissist, you can't even do that, because they're going to use it against you eventually, or they're going to be like, I was there for you when nobody else was there for you. Your family ain't give a damn about you, and I was there. What you think about that? Have you ever heard that?
Yep. They will sit there, not be there for you. Talk about your family like a dog.
Mm-hmm.
That something goes on in their family, and they expect you to be there 100%.
Right.
If not, how could you treat me like this?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They want all and everything perfect for them.
Mm-hmm.
They don't give a damn about you.
Wow.
They will give a damn. Hey, they might give you a good week of just being
sweet.
Just being sweet. And then a week later, they gonna treat you like the worst.
It's another important thing that I did not key on that I did read. Narcissist is good at sabotaging someone's work or friendships with family and friends.
That goes first.
How can you sabotage? How can you let someone sabotage your friendship? Or how you let somebody sabotage your work? How does that happen?
Listen, when they find your weakness, or if they find out any of your family deepest, darkest secrets,
oh yeah,
they will reveal them.
Yeah.
They will do everything they can to destroy your relationship with your family. That way you don't have anybody backing you, and they got you all to themselves.
How do you know for sure if you are a narcissist? It's so many traits of a narcissist.
Well, you're not you're not going to know if you're a narcissist because you're not going to believe you are because you're a narcissist.
And a narcissist never
They're never
think
going
that
to
they're
admit to being a narcissist. Nobody wants to admit to that. A narcissist, I am who I am.
Yep. A narcissist would lead with vision. They would desire to be admired. So it says a narcissistic leaders have a great yearning to be admired, and they usually tend to have a number of starstruck followers. Narcissists have a gift of attracting followers, and more often than not, they do so with their highly developed verbal skills and articulations. The leaders are usually very skillful orators and can deliver moving speeches. There is no charisma in a narcissistic leader. That sounds like presidents,
Yes.
CEOs.
Hello. Yes.
So we could all be narcissists then and not know.
Yep.
You could be a narcissist and not admit it.
You'll be a narcissist and not know because you're set in your ways. There's no way possible you can be like, damn,
Yep.
I want all this control. You know, I think I'm a narcissist.
But someone from the outside will know that you're a narcissist.
Nope.
And then as soon as they tell you that you're a narcissist and you don't believe it, then you know you're a narcissist.
Just don't fight it when I tell you you're a narcissist.
just take it for what it is.
Yeah, just take it for what it is.
Oh, but okay, they say that healthy narcissistic behavior involves the real concern for other people, and this type of leader does not devalue the opinions and ideas of other people. On the other hand, leaders exhibiting destructive narcissistic behavior may not hesitate to devalue or humiliate others with no sense of remorse. So that means when you're dealing with a narcissist, so this means it will be really easy to know that you're dealing with a narcissist. You are a narcissist, Red? Oh my goodness. Woo. Help you, Lord. Help you.
He said,
They have no remorse.
Asking.
Oh, you asking, are you one? Are you one? You don't know if you are a narcissist or not. Narcissist has no remorse for anything that they do. So when you're dealing with a narcissist, they have no remorse. Whatever happens, they have no empathy, no sympathy about it. It is what it is.
Absolutely.
Am I one? You. Are you asking if I am a narcissist? So narcissists recognize narcissistic behaviors better than anyone, huh? No. One narcissist would not notice another narcissist. It would take a person that's not a narcissist to see that a person is a narcissist. I think.
I don't want anybody to think they're medical doctors and can diagnose people with being a narcissist. You can identify some of the traits and be careful and watch how they treat you.
Uh-huh.
And again, you should just want better for yourself anyway. So once they start tripping, you better find a way out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's just, even when you're not dealing with a narcissist, you should have that mindset.
Absolutely. That is true. And Ray says some narcissists recognize narcissistic behavior. Take one and know one. So that means you are a narcissist, Mr. Ray. You have narcissist behavior. Brittany, don't laugh. It's not funny. Brittany, are you a narcissist? Have you ever been with a narcissist? Felicia, we need to cook her some food.
I'm still recovering.
Console her.
I'm still recovering.
Because for her being in something like that and dealing with that, y'all, I just couldn't. It takes a strong person. Nope, don't even know any.
No.
Is it real funny? He said, nope, don't even know any. Any narcissist. Oh my goodness. Well, Felicia.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to know, when you was dealing with a narcissist, what are some of the good things? What are some of the good things that they did for you that had you so blind Like, oh my God, everything is just so good, so
Listen.
nice. This person is so sweet to me. They're there, they're helpful, they're everything.
You know,
Tell me I want to know the good things so I'll know what to look out for.
Listen, you know how you have your brothers and sisters that used to beat up on you, pick on you,
Mm-hmm.
talk about you,
Mm-hmm.
and you be mad at them. But then if you out there and somebody try to talk about you, your brother and sister be like, I'm the only one that talk about you.
Uh-huh.
That's how a narcissist is. They'll protect you from somebody else because you're theirs. You're their property and their head. And I got that confused. I was like, oh, they do. They like me. Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, they'll go that extra mile, but you got to understand it comes with a price tag. I still get to treat you like shit. Not nobody else, just me.
Mm-mm-mm.
So when you start picking up on this person ain't really for you, ain't about you, not in real life, unless you are providing them with what they need, which is praise.
I'm a good guy. Yeah, Red, you used to be a good guy. You used to be a good guy. I give you that. Brittany, yes, I am. And it all started with compartmentalizing. Brittany, you saying you a narcissist? Is that a it's not a Taurus trait because Felicia's not a narcissist. So that can't be a Taurus thing.
No, because I do not want the responsibility of controlling people. That's too much weight.
We all are, Brittany. We are not all narcissists. I'm not a narcissist.
We all have maybe like the little traits.
No, I am remorseful. I am compassionate. I don't care about having the power. Well, that's not really true. I do care about having power. So let's take that one back. But I'm remorseful. I'm a sweet person. I don't try to make people feel less than they self or make them think that, they're not important or everything is their fault. If I did something and it's my fault, I'll tell you it's my fault. Do you think I'll tell about somebody it's my fault if it's my fault?
Girl, hell no. No, you're not saying that.
Maybe I shouldn't have asked her that question, y'all.
She is not about to say that. She's like, shit, I wish I would.
No, I would say if it was my fault, I would say it's my fault. It was my fault.
I can apologize.
Yes, she is. She got me wearing amber white. Ah, shut up, Brittany.
Oh, snap.
Felicia know about amber white because I got it from her.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and don't forget Chanel too, Brittany. Don't forget Chanel Chance. That's a good one too. Okay, so I know we asked Felicia a lot of questions. No, I'm not one. Okay, that's good that you're not one because it takes a strong person to deal with that, y'all. Like, let's truly be honest.
I'm so glad she's not one because Jennifer, I was gonna tell you can't be friends with her no more.
Brittany, she said because
she was gonna bring you down. Look, she already taking the amber white.
Oh my goodness, that is so crazy. But I'm glad that you overcame it. You're not in it because that's some stressful stuff. That makes you seem like that you wouldn't even want to be around your family members because you would seem so stressed out because you just don't know what's going on with you. You wouldn't know which way to go. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. How sometimes you can know when a person know that they in something that just ain't right. Well, they don't bring that person around their family. Because whoever she talking about, I don't even know who that person is.
Listen, I couldn't even go around my family because they was all gonna just beat them up. Because the Washingtons don't play that. So I was just like, okay, well, I guess I got to deal with you by myself.
And definitely don't want to see another person hurt. Definitely want to see another person hurt. We go through so much as it is on a daily basis that we definitely don't want to see our loved ones going through stuff. It's just not cool. Not cool at all. Not cool at all. So I am going to read. I was talking to Felicia this morning, y'all. And as I was talking to her, I was writing out a poem this morning about narcissists. And it's so funny because I literally put this together this morning. So I am going to close it out after I read this poem. I truly appreciate everyone that has logged on or anyone else is going to come back and stream and watch it. I appreciate all of you. I truly appreciate it. And further ado, I'm going to say this poem. I might mess up, y'all, because I just wrote it this morning. So you got to bear with me, okay? But I'm going to say it and we're going to close it out with this. Okay. It says, I met this man who was always pissed. Then I realized he's a narcissist. Living the truth, he couldn't handle it. And to top it off, the sex was shit. I couldn't control his behavior, nor did I want that burden. The way that people got mistreated and the way he had them hurting made me push back and say my goodbyes. It's a damn shame. He built his life on lies. He was a beautiful liar and a gorgeous teller. He believed everybody was beneath him and he was better. He would have you thinking he was hurt as a kid. How can you get upset of getting accused of something that you did? It became a game to him, and he did it on purpose. He started to push certain buttons so I could perform in his circus. It's not too late to wake up from the confusion once you realize you were in love with an illusion. So pack your bags. It's time to jump ship. Welcome to the world of a narcissistic manipulation ship. So thank you all for logging on. I appreciate it. We're going to be back on here every Sunday, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. We are going to stream from Facebook, YouTube. Red, shut up. Talking about something I hurt you. We're going to stream from Facebook, IGTV. So thank you all for logging on. I appreciate it. You all have a wonderful night. Thank you. Good night.